Good morning, and welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the heart of America, one story at a time. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm glad you're joining me today. As we start our journey across this great nation, we often find ourselves in places that are both familiar and unexpected. Today, we're taking a look at a story from Indianapolis, Indiana, where a sense of community and resilience is being tested in the face of tragedy. A shooting early Saturday morning has left 2 people dead and 7 injured, with police responding to separate incidents at the intersection of West Washington and South Meridian streets, as well as South Illinois and West Washington streets. As officers arrived on the scene, they heard shots being fired, and their swift response likely prevented further harm. As we reflect on this incident, we're reminded that even in the face of violence and uncertainty, there are still stories of hope and courage to be found. The people of Indianapolis, like so many other communities across America, are coming together to support one another, to heal, and to rebuild. In a city known for its vibrant cultural scene, rich history, and warm hospitality, this tragedy serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities and challenges that we face as a society. Yet, even in the midst of adversity, there is a sense of determination and strength that defines the spirit of Indianapolis. As we travel through the heartland of America, we're constantly reminded of the beauty and diversity that surrounds us. From the rolling hills and scenic byways to the bustling cities and quaint small towns, each place has its own unique character and story to tell. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we continue our journey through the stories that shape our world, we find ourselves in the Macedon Ranges, northwest of Melbourne, where a tragic event has shaken the community. A 2-vehicle collision on Belinda-Darrowhite Road has resulted in the loss of 3 lives, with a 4th person fighting for their life in critical condition. As I reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the beauty and tranquility that surrounds this region. The Macedon Ranges, with its rolling hills, verdant forests, and picturesque towns, is a place where nature's splendor is on full display. Yet, in an instant, tragedy can strike, leaving families and communities to grapple with the aftermath. The people of Belinda, a small locale 16 kilometers east of Gisborne, are coming together to support one another during this difficult time. The driver and sole occupant of the second car involved in the crash has sustained non-life-threatening injuries, but the true extent of the tragedy lies in the loss of life and the families who have been torn apart. As we travel through rural America, we often encounter stories like this, where the fabric of a community is tested by adversity. But it's in these moments that we also see the resilience and strength of the human spirit. Neighbors become family, strangers become friends, and the bonds that tie us together are strengthened. The investigation into the cause of the collision is ongoing, and police are urging anyone with information or dashcam footage to come forward. As we wait for more details to emerge, our thoughts are with the families and loved ones of those affected by this tragedy. In times like these, we're reminded of the importance of community, of coming together to support one another, and of the fragility of life. As we navigate the twists and turns of our own journeys, let us not forget the power of human connection and the beauty that surrounds us, even in the darkest of moments. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we wrap up today's journey, I want to take you to a place that might not be on your typical travel itinerary, but it's an important destination nonetheless. Today, we're going to talk about the workplace, specifically the Rail Operations Division of Sydney Trains in Australia. As we've been exploring different parts of the world and meeting incredible people along the way, it's essential to acknowledge that there are still many challenges to overcome, even in our own backyard. A recent report by Somali Cerise Consulting has shed light on the experiences of women working at Sydney Trains, and it's a sobering reminder of the work that still needs to be done to achieve true equality. The report reveals that women make up less than a quarter of the 11,170-strong workforce, and many have experienced or observed everyday sexism, sex-based harassment, and sex discrimination. It's heartbreaking to hear stories of women being undervalued, excluded, and even subjected to sexual assault in the workplace. The boys' club culture that pervades the organization is a significant obstacle for women who want to succeed and feel safe in their jobs. As I reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the many women I've met during my travels who have faced similar challenges. Women who have been marginalized, excluded, and silenced. But I'm also reminded of the resilience and determination of these women who continue to push for change and fight for their rights. Sydney Train's chief executive, Matt Longland, has acknowledged that the report is a wake-up call for leaders in the organization, and he's committed to leading a cultural change. It's a step in the right direction, but it will take time, effort, and dedication to create a truly inclusive and respectful workplace. As we close out today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought. Travel is not just about visiting new places. It's also about exploring our own backyard and confronting the challenges that exist within our own communities. It's about recognizing the struggles of others and using our voices to advocate for change. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling.